Hey everyone! Today on the plastic canvas I'm going to show you what comes with Bloodborne the board game by Simon Games. Hey everyone, Matt here from the Plastic Canvas, so welcome to the first episode in this Bloodborne series. And being the first episode, today I'm going to lift the lid and show you what comes in the game. But I'm not just going to show you what comes in the base game, I'm also going to show you what comes in the Chalice dungeon and Mergo's Loft expansion, as well as the Blue Moon box. Now, just a quick preface, I have a very limited experience with the video game of Bloodborne. I've played it for maybe 3 to 4 hours, so I will just apologize in advance if there are any certain locations or characters or anything like that that I should know the name of that I'm not familiar with. But let's head down and see what comes with Bloodborne, and let's start with the box cover. Alright, so here's the box cover art for Bloodborne, and I think this looks really cool. I think it's an awesome image. As far as I can tell, it is the same image used on the cover of the video game, but I really like the look of it. What I like even more than the actual image, though, is that it does have a linen finish to it. It feels really nice, really good quality. So we're off to a great start with the game. But let's lift the lid and have a look at what comes in the box. Alright, so normally when you lift the lid here, you'll find all of the punch boards, but ours has all been punched and organised, but that's fine because all of the components are still here. So here we're starting off with the tiles that form the map. We don't have a board in Bloodborne, but being Simon, you know that the artwork's going to be awesome, and they're nice and thick, really good quality. I love all of the little details that are in these pictures. So here we've got the graveyard, you can see a tree in the middle, some of the headstones have fallen over, there's a streetway there, courtyard lamp, Church of the Good Chalice, a grand cathedral, so a nice bit of variety. Just really like the artwork. And there's symbols on each. I'm not sure what these symbols actually refer to. There's a lantern there. Looks to be, I don't know, some sort of a tree branch sort of thing. Some of them have this little chest, so I'm guessing when you go to these locations, you can probably search them and loot them. But yeah, so they look really nice, really good quality. So we'll just move them off to the side. And then we've got our rulebook. So, contents. Starts off with a nice component list. This I always really like because when you've got different decks that maybe have similar backings to them or something like that, it just makes it easy to tell what's what. And one thing I always like about Simon rulebooks, even though there can be, you know, quite a bit of text in them, which this one looks to be no different, they always have good examples of how different things work, arrows to show how movement works, those sorts of things. So it's always pretty easy to follow, and this looks to be no different. So that looks to be a nice rulebook. Then here we have trick weapon cards, I think these are called. And so what happens here on the hunter dashboards, there's a spot for these to sit. So depending on which character you're playing as, that just slots into there. And then I'm guessing weapon cards and things like that go on there. Haven't played it yet, so I'm not sure exactly, but well laid out, shows where various cards and items and things go. And, you know, they're thin cardboard, but good enough for what they do. So there's a few of those hunter dashboards, a few of the trick weapon boards. So different ones for each of the characters. So here we have Ludwig's Holy Blade. What else have we got? So the Saw Cleaver, Threaded Cane, and Hunter Axe. So if you've played the game, that probably means a little bit more to you. But yep, so there's our trick weapon cards. And then this is the hunt board, I think it's called. So spots for enemy cards to go, Hunter's Dream, upgrade cards, and something to track down the bottom here. Again, artwork's really cool. Same sort of cardboard as before, so yeah, looking good so far. Here we've got the box for all of our minis. I'm going to come back to that, so I'm just going to take that out, just put that off to the side. And now we've got various tokens and cards. So these ones here, I'm not sure exactly how the game works, but maybe it's played in like campaigns or chapters. So you can see we've got, looks to be one for each of the chapters. So Secrets of the Church, The Long Hunt, Growing Madness, and then each of these say Introduction. So I'm assuming these get sort of drawn out one by one and they'll gradually reveal the story. And here looks to be an enemy, but it says phase 2, so guessing they come out in different orders. And then another like chapter sort of scenario card, Fall of Old Yharnam. That's actually a name that I recognise from the game. More little cards, consumables, Bone Marrow Ash, Hunter turn, refresh 1 reward card, and a basic card, draw 1. So maybe you play these in combat, I guess, and select your actions that way. More item cards, then defensive cards, block 2 wounds. Enemy actions. So quick bite, stun, cannot be staggered, deals wounds before attacks of the same speed. So it must be some sort of turn order to action. But again, all of these, nice artwork on them. Looks to be, good enough quality for what they do. Then we've got some wound tokens, 3s, 5s and 10s. Various other tokens. And without having played the game, I don't know what these all do, but again, nice artwork, good thickness to them, so good quality, just what you expect from CMON. Various other more wound tokens, other little tokens. Jura's Ally, maybe you meet people along the way and they can come with you. And just other tokens that do stuff. I'm not sure yet what they do. Player aid. Just have a fairly detailed breakdown of how everything works. Maybe another enemy there. The Bloody Crow of Canehurst. Different types of attacks. But again, all really, really nice artwork. Very thematic. All looks to tie well with each other. And all good quality. Alright, so there's the components, and now let's bring in the minis. Alright, so here are all of the minis that come in the base game of Bloodborne. You can see there's a really good amount to them, and being CMON, you know they're really good quality and that there's nice crisp details. We'll start with this tray here. I'll give you a close-up of that. So there's the characters that you can play as. So you can see really, really nice detailing in there. And then there's some of our enemies. If I just get this guy out, they feel really solid. They're a good size. Really, really good for painting. But yeah, so very, very cool. And then on this side, we've got some of our monsters. I'll bring up the whole tray to give you a look at it all. And then I'll pick out some of them to show you a little bit closer. But you can see all of them. Really, really good detail. There's no single mini that looks like a lower quality than any of the others. So across the board, they look really, really good. So here's our big bad guy. And games like Bloodborne and Dark Souls are known for how big their enemies are. So I really like that they've kept that scale. So if I just get out one of the characters and put it next to it there for scale, you can see how massive that guy looks. So I really like that they did that. And this one here. So as you can see, good variety in the minis. They don't all just look like, different versions of each other. Gone to the effort of individually sculpting them. This guy here with a lantern. So just really good quality, really good detailing, really, really good for painting. And maybe this one as well. So there we go. So that gives you an idea of the type of minis and their overall quality. But yeah, so there we go. So that's all of the components that come with the base version of Bloodborne. All really good quality, great artwork, very, very impressed. So I'll now move on to some of the expansions that you can get for Bloodborne as well. Alright, so next we're going to have a look at the Chalice Dungeon expansion. Now, just like with the base game, the box cover art looks really, really cool, very thematic, and again has that nice linen finish to it, so really, really good quality. So let's get straight into it. We'll lift the lid and have a look at what comes in this expansion. Alright, so here we start off with the rulebook, and just being an expansion doesn't need to be very big. It's just a couple of pages, got our components there and just the things that are relevant to this expansion, but looks to be fine. Then we've got our new tiles that go with the game, everything to be punched out. See if we can lift that out carefully. And yep, so they're all just various boards of tiles. They look to be more sort of all in the same location, I'm guessing. They look very, very similar. Just trying to move them without them all falling out. They're trying to. Arena gate lever and things like that. So again, artwork looks really cool, and same sort of thickness and quality as what comes in the base game. So that looks to be really good. More trick cards. I might have a look at these first. Looks to be like player shields for this one. Okay, so these definitely weren't in the base game, so that's a cool little addition. Hunter vs. Hunter. Oh, maybe so must change up the game a little bit. Well, that's pretty cool. And same sort of quality as the cards, so they look to be really, really nice. And we've got a hole here in the box, so I may need to lift this out. Okay, so that just empties the box, so we'll just move that out of the way. We'll just see what comes out here.
2 hours later.
Alright, so lots more minis. And more of these trick weapon cards. Beast Claw. Chicage. Don't know. Stake Driver. And Rifle Spear. Very cool. More cards. Again, look, you know, same sort of quality artwork style as in the base game, which all look to be really, really good. Guillotine. Nice. And more minis. So, start off with this tray. So it looks like we've got more characters that you can play as. Well, there'll be those ones off the trick weapon cards, I'm guessing. Look to be more sort of animals in this one. We've got some sort of scorpion looking things. Dog type of things. Very cool. And then into our big baddies. Wow, that's really cool. That's in focus there. Nice. So again, really, really good quality. They feel very sturdy. Nice crisp details. And we look to have some rats down here. Very cool. Alright, so that's everything in the Chalice Dungeon expansion. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, so the next expansion that we're having a look at is Mergo's Loft. Much, much smaller box than the base game and the Chalice Dungeon. So we'll have a look at what comes in this one. But again, lovely artwork, got that same linen finish, really, really nice quality. So let's have a look at what comes inside. Okay, so we start off with one single tile. So there's Mergo's Loft. Seeing this one is broken into separate areas. So a couple of pits, got a lift. Again, like that same, seam on quality as the rest of them. Oh, can flip it over. The Wet Nurse's Luminarium. That looks really cool. All right, so just one tile in this one. A couple of cards. So Mergo's Attendant. Mergo's Chief Attendant. Nice. More cards. Oops, if I can get it out. Some sort of the Mergo's Wet Nurse. Chosen Vessel. Very cool. Again, artwork looks really, really cool. So this one says phase 1, the other one said phase 2. So I guess these come out at different parts. Anyway, cool. And our minis. So let's lift. Oops, the whole thing's going to come out. Just take that top layer off. It's taped closed, so I might just snip the tape off and then we'll have a look at the minis. Alright, so here's a closer up shot of the minis. So you got some smaller ones in here, but still really, really nice detail. And there's our big baddie. I'll get this one out to have a closer look at. Alright, there we go. Really, really cool. I reckon this one will be one of my favourites that we've seen so far. That's awesome. Really cool wings, all the arms and weapons. Yeah, that's going to be lots and lots of fun to paint. Cool, alright, so short one there for Mergo's Loft, and I think the next one is the Blood Moon pack. Alright, so here's the last box that we're going to be looking at, and it is the Blood Moon box. Now, the others were labelled as expansions. This isn't, so I'm not sure exactly what this is, but we'll find out as we have a look inside. Nothing really left to say about the box covers. Another lot of cool artwork. Got that nice linen finish, just all around really, really good quality. So let's lift the lid and find out what the Blood Moon box is. Okay, so no tiles this time. Looks like we just have more of these trick weapon cards. So we'll have a look at them. So Tonitrus, anyway, whatever. Blade of Mercy. Ludwig's Uncanny Holy Blade. Ligarius's Wheel. And Kirkhammer. Very cool. Alright, so more of them. Oh no, that's not all of them. Alright, so we'll get this box out. Alright, can I just take them out? Oh, more stuff underneath. Alright, so I'll get everything out and then we'll have a look at what's in this box. Okay, so it turns out this is only just one more trick weapon card. Just the Burial Blade. Nice. And more cards. Being wrapped up in plastic, it's hard to sort of tell exactly what's, in there, but the Large Huntsman. I'm guessing these are enemies. Got the Hunter Pistol. Phase 1 enemy, Large Nightmare Apostle. Phase 1 cards. Drain. Large Nightmare Apostle heals 1 for each wound it deals. If the hunter is poisoned, it heals +2 if it deals any wounds. Cool. And more minis. So we'll take... Oh, again, this is taped, so I'll organise that, and then we'll have a look at them. Alright, let's have a look at these minis. So we'll start off with our characters. So 6 new characters. Just love the variety in these minis. Very, very cool. Big nasty guys. Spiders. Now, not sure what these are because these are the same colour as the characters, but there were only 6 of those trick weapon cards. So maybe these are allies or something like that. Little lanterns. Big bad spider. Very cool looking guys. Alright, I'm going to get some of these out. Let's have a look at the spider. That's really cool. Awesome. And then these guys here. I'll be carrying some keys. Big nasty weapon. Very cool. And we'll have a look at one of these as well. Almost like a Demigorgon sort of thing. Nice. Cool. All right, so that there is everything that I have. Overall, really, really good quality. Very, very impressed with that. But let's head back up and close out the video. And there we go, that's everything that we have for Bloodborne at the moment. I hope that gives you a really good idea of everything that comes with the game, as well as the overall quality, both in terms of the artwork and the minis as well. So from here for the rest of the series, in each episode I'll be painting the minis from the board game, so please stick around for those, and if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button so that you can stay up to date for future videos as they come out. Also, please stop by the Twitter and Instagram accounts for this channel, where you can see what I'm painting at the moment, so you can see how the game's progressing and which videos are going to be coming out next. But we're going to call it done for today, so until next time, this is Matt from the Plastic Canvas, signing out. Happy gaming and happy painting, everyone. Cheers.